Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We back. We back, man. The camera's on. The mics is on, man. Hope you guys are excited to be a part of a new week with the Black Men Vent 2 podcast, man. Nashville, have you heard? A black man vent today. The only.
Yeah, only. That's for those that can't spell ONLY.
We got to make sure they can spell, Cam.
Yeah,
the only black father and son podcast in the state of Tennessee, man.
Yeah,
You're not going to find another platform like this one.
Nope.
And if you do, we was the first.
Yeah.
So with that being said, man, super excited again to be a part of you guys' new week, man. Y'all know our lingo. Y'all know our spiel. Mental health is what we're all about, man. And got a great guest for you guys on today. For all of our Nashville guys, man. If you see this brother that's sitting in this chair, you know who it is. YouTube, man. Throw the deuces up to the YouTube. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let us know, man, how y'all enjoyed today's episode, because I know it's going to be a good one.
Nashville. Y'all see it.
Let's get into it, man. Again, man, Pops, how we feeling, man? 2025, new year.
Man, I tell you what, I'm just glad to be in another year, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I could have got stuck and been gone from here last year, but God gave me another shot at this thing, man. So we're going to rock it out this year even harder than we rocked it out last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. For you guys that stuck with us in 2024, our YouTube, for y'all that stuck with us in 2024, stay locked in 2025.
Yes,
man.
sir.
We're finna learn about AI and all this extra stuff so we can amplify our platform. But anywho, I'm finna shut up, man. Y'all know I talk too much. Let's get into today's episode, man, and today's guest that we got, man. I'm excited to have the brother that we have on our platform, man. A real OG in Nashville, dude. A real OG in Nashville. A lot of y'all older cats say y'all some OGs, but y'all ain't putting no work in. You know what I'm saying? So a real OG that we got on today's platform. Let me read through, man, a little bit of who we have again on today's show, man. Calvin Fridge Bryant, high school, man, a high school star, high school football star who received a full athletic scholarship to Tennessee State University. His life took a turn in 2008 where he was arrested near his home at the Edge Hill housing projects and was later convicted of selling drugs. There was no weapons or force involved, and it was his first offense. Wow. His problem: his home was located within 1,000 feet of a school. Because of that, he got an enhanced penalty of 17 years serving time in the same prison as convicted murderers on death row. Guys, we finna get into all of that and more. He is well known for his leadership and community service, but more importantly, he has changed the law that landed him in prison. Man, presenting the some, introducing the others, our good friend, our good brother, Mr. Calvin Fridge Bryant. Big dog, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Just reading that little bit, man. I know it's more into it. I'm excited to get into it. Pops, what you think about that, man?
Man, I've seen so much of that, and just to hear that somebody was able to do something about a little bit of it, I feel good to be in his presence, man, because evidently you got something that a lot of brothers don't have. You got a way of allowing your influence to help change something, man. And a lot of us got influence, but we ain't changing that.
Let's get into it, Calvin, man. For those that may not know you, let's get into who you are. Let's talk about, man, your high school you graduated from, man, and we'll get into college life. And naturally, man, the first thing we want to talk about after that is just who Calvin Bryant is, man. Who have you found yourself to be through all of those years up to this point?
Right. Well, like I said at first, man, I want to thank y'all for having me on your platform.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. A lot of
respect for you brothers, man. And just seeing a father and son do it, man, I mean, that's what's up, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
To everybody else, man, my name is Calvin Bryant. Everybody call me Big Fridge. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, South Nashville. To be
now, hold up 1 minute. Hold it up. If they got anything to do with refrigerator?
Yeah, most definitely.
Old school.
Yeah, like I was talking to your pops before it started, man. You know, my dad, Tennessee State University, so he knew Richard Denton and all those guys. He was a big Chicago Bears fan. So, you know, I was born in '86. The Bears won the Super Bowl in '85. So he named me after the freeze.
I always
wait a minute, way back then he knew you was gonna be a big dude like this.
Coming out like this.
That's funny, man. Come on, Pop knew what he was looking at.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, I'm 38 years old, man. From Nashville, Tennessee, South Nashville. Went to Hillsborough High School. I excelled in sports there. All awards, all region, all state, all city. You know what I mean? Ended up getting an athletic scholarship, won a state championship there as well. Yeah, man.
That's what's up, dog.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. So safe to say, what position did you play on the field?
I played fullback, running back, defensive line.
What was your favorite position?
Yeah, I like to run the ball. I like contact, so whenever I was hitting somebody, it was straight.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, man.
That's that Walter Payton mentality.
Yeah. Kevin Freeze, Bryant, man, Black Men Men too, man. Let's get into the conversation. I naturally, first things first, man, right out the gate, man, you're a father, brother. And I respect the presence and the activity that you have, man, of being in your kid's life. Because you can be a father, but if you ain't present and active, what you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's get into that, man. All the kids, man, can we shout them out? And naturally, man, I like to ask this question, Freeze, as you get into the conversation. Talk about the kids, but talk about how you felt in that delivery room, man, when each one of them popped out, man. What was on the mind, man? Let's get into that dynamic.
It was priceless, bro. I got as of right now, man, I got a 5-year-old named Treasure. Treasure Bryant. I got a 3-year-old named Calvin Bryant III. They call him Lil Fridge.
Yeah.
And I got a 2-year-old named Serenity Bryant.
Serenity, all right, man. Cool.
I was talking to Pops about, man, you know, I come from a 2-parent household, so I know how important certain things are. I know how important fatherhood is. But what made me really appreciate it and want it was during my incarceration. I got locked up at 22 years old. I didn't have no kids.
Yeah, wow.
So, you know, I did a decade in prison. It was one of my biggest fears, like my dad had passed away. So one of my biggest fears, if I didn't make it out of there, I mean, it could be the last of his bloodline. So I look at that as very important. So I didn't take it for granted, man. I said, if I ever get out of here, I want to have kids, man. So if something ever happened to me, I can leave me here. You know what I'm saying? My kids and my offspring. So fatherhood was major to me, man. So when I got out, man, I was blessed enough to have a daughter, man. A little bit after I got out in 18, I had her at 19, and I named her Treasure, bro. You know what I mean? And she was on the front page of the Tennessee when she was born.
Come on, man.
So,
fitting name.
Right.
Fitting.
Definitely. So,
man.
Yeah, so it was big to me, man, to be able to do that. So I take fatherhood very serious, being active, you feel me?
Man, I gotta ask you this, man. I gotta ask you this. Can't nobody, at YouTube, we here, man. We see that you a big dude, so I can't see you in a soft mindset with the girls,
dollar.
man. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, with that dollar, man.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Fred. I can't see it, man. What's the dynamic of a big girl dance? You feel? What's that dynamic, big dog?
Man, soft as cotton.
Yeah, I already know.
Nah, my girls got me in a chokehold, bro.
Yeah, man.
I love them, man. They got me soft though, man. You know what I'm saying? They run me.
Is it any balance in the dog, or it's just you trying to find the balance?
Man, I'm so in love with them, bro. You know what I'm saying? I play around with them a lot, so sometimes I gotta buckle down, let them know I'm serious.
There you go.
It don't last long. It don't last long.
So man, so how them Calvin III did with that relationship you got with them girls, man?
Man, I'm gonna show you how the universe is, man. God is good, right? So I'm a middle child, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
My dad, when my mom had girl, boy, girl. That's how I got them.
Wow.
So he in the same position I was in. You
Look at that. Wait a minute. He the middle child.
I'm the middle child, he the middle child.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So,
that's one of them, I heard a dude say today, I heard Joey Porter Jr. said when Joey Porter came out the runway and he was running the towel, the dude was asking on the sideline, is that your daddy? He like, yeah, that's my daddy. He said, man, that's a real full circle moment. So that's a real full circle moment you had right there, man.
I love it, man. I had to ask, man, you know, we've been into the conversation over the last couple of years. I feel like culturally of black dads being girl dads, man. Just seeing that dynamic. I got a baby boy, so I ain't felt that yet. You know what I'm saying? But I know that dynamic is different, man. Let me bring this conversation in, man. Right. I know you naturally are an advocate for the kids.
Right.
You're an advocate for the kids, man. What are you seeing in your profession, where you work at, if you will, or just in the community? What are you seeing, man, that black men have to stand up more in when you talk about influencing these kids? What do we need to do more? It's a lot, I know, but from Freeze's mind, man, what can we do more as black men to be the black men that we need to be and should be for these kids?
First of all, to state facts, man, it's not something that I studied, it's something that I lived. I can count on my hand living in the projects, in the inner city projects, and my projects, I can count on my hand how many black fathers was in the household.
That's real, bro.
So that bring you authentic. It's gonna be authentic for me, man. Coming up, and my dad was the dad of the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So I can count on my hand how many black fathers. I ain't talking about dudes that's living with a girl. I'm talking about black fathers inside the household.
Yes,
and I can count on them on one hand out of all those housing projects. You know what I'm saying? So when them apartments come, I mean, leadership is big, and my dad showed me that from day one. You know what I'm saying? You got to live by example, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to lead by example, because these kids today, and just like back then, they watching, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it gave me that kind of like, it instilled in me, man, just to do the right thing when people watching and when they ain't watching. You feel what I'm saying? So when after I went through what I went through, I feel like it was important that I grabbed the youth. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like, I had both sides of the story, you feel what I'm saying? So I came from a 2-parent household, played sports, went to school, but I also went against what my parents said and went to prison. You see what I'm saying? So kids can't really tell me I don't know what they're going through, type thing. So I took that personal to get involved with the community. And right now, my full-time job is working at the juvenile. I mean, it's on Stewart's Ferry Pike, so it's DCS custody. So we got kids from Chattanooga, Memphis, Knoxville, all over the state of Tennessee. So I'm seeing it on a daily, man. And I feel like a lot of black men have dropped the ball. You know what I mean? We can't hide the obvious, you feel what I'm saying? And some of it's by design, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You go through them kids in the system, you're like, where your dad at? Locked up. Where your dad at? Dead. Where you locked up? So you're going to see a lot of that, you feel what I'm saying? And on Saturdays when they have visits, man, there's 30 kids out there, 30 males. 30 girls. You don't see too many fathers come through there.
Wow, man.
So, you know what I mean? Just seeing it from the inside, I see it's a major fight. So I think as men, we got to get to the point, especially as black men, whether you the dad or not, man, you got to lead by example. Because they watching, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Man, that hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to see some positivity, man, and you know, we know there are positive situations out there, but we also know this situation is going on, and it's been going on. And it's like, ain't nobody, like, they're not trying to help us. Matter of fact, let me throw it like this. They're not going to help us correct this. You said it, dog. We got to correct this, man. We got to take ownership of this, man. And here's the thing. Just because you have kids don't mean, you said it, you can't be kids to somebody else's child. Right. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we just worry about our own, man. You know what I'm saying? And we can't do that, man, because the responsibility is left. If we see a situation where a man is needed, hey, man, if you see it, that's your opportunity. That ain't my opportunity. That's your opportunity.
So to piggyback off what you said, that play a big part in my life because, man, I got girls now. So it's not like me just worried about is they straight. It's like I'm trying to bring these little dudes up that my little girl will be in good hands.
Look, there you go. There you go. Yes.
So, you know, that still was real.
And that's proactive thinking, man, because at some point, your girl's going to turn into women and your boy's going to turn into men.
You got to go.
Absolutely. And you got to go. That part. He right.
Yeah, that's so true. Man, let me ask you this, man. This is what I was thinking about, and hold your thought, because I think you got a good one.
Yeah, I had one coming in.
But as you're looking at these young men that you deal with on your JOB and your mentorship program, and you see what they going through and what they dealing with, do you still see that same problems that was happening when you was going through? Are we still having these same issues, or is it a more on a heightened level now, or is it getting better?
It's getting worse, to be honest, you feel what I'm saying? And it's the access that they have. Like when we was growing up, when we was doing something wrong, it's because of what we seen within the community. Now they can log in and go to Chicago, Los Angeles, and they can be these people in their head that they really not. Because these people in these areas are probably going through more things than you going through. So we got a lot of self-inflicted pain. Like we don't have to make it territorial that I can't go in this neighborhood or this neighborhood. We make it like that. You see what I'm saying? So the access that these kids have now is worse because we didn't have that access.
I think you.
So we probably seen little John down the hood and seen what he did, and we get right quicker. Mama know little John. But if they watching something, drill music or whatever they got going on, video games, all that kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
So true. And see, even with him talking about that, that's what even this meta world stuff. They can put this thing on their face, and they can be whoever they want to be, man.
It's a difference. were playing Mortal Kombat growing up.
Yeah.
They were playing GTA.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly,
yes,
exactly.
yes,
So you know what I mean?
yes,
Didn't
yes.
nobody on Mortal Kombat had no gun.
That's
Yeah,
right.
true.
That's exactly
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's exactly right.
That's true.
And it's almost like they're gearing that stuff to people that don't have no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And if your parents or somebody that's over you are not making you stick to these boundaries, then you get on that thing and go and do. But here's the sad part about that. It affects the brain in such a way, and we know this, just like music and everything else.
Yeah.
What goes in, it's gonna come out somewhere, man. It's gonna come out somewhere, and that's the bad thing about it, man.
And we seeing it. I think we seeing it in Nashville. You seeing it in all the major cities, man. And when these kids grab on to what they're seeing, it's easily being acted out.
Easily.
For me, friends, I'm gonna be real, man. I'm in the public school system, if you will, here in Nashville, man. The kids, they don't have a positive fear in adults no more.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I think you pick up what I'm putting down. When the principal walked down the hall,
Man. Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Even when I was growing up, if you was in the hall and the principal
and you wasn't supposed
you was in trouble.
You know,
you was in trouble.
But the difference we got to realize is this. Back then, when we was growing up, we didn't want the principal to call who?
Your folks.
Now, these kids tell them, call my mama. She said I can have this phone.
You right.
Call my mama.
You right.
When you raising somebody and you being their friend and not their parent, they chest are going to be out against whoever because they know the person that gave birth to me is saying it's all right.
So true. So true.
Oh, that's a real good
You see what I'm saying? So ain't no accountability nowhere. So back then, we used to get paddles at school. And guess what? When you come home, mom will be like, what'd you get a paddle for? I got a paddle for this. You probably get another whooping. Now, you can't put your hands on these kids.
That's right.
So, you know, that's by design also, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, you know what I mean? They got too much leeway. You see what I'm saying? So that's why when they see authority or somebody, I mean, like, the sad part is this, bro. I got more positive things that happen in my life than negative things. But a lot of the youth respect me for the negative things. So I use the negative things to get their attention until I can get close to them, and then I can show them what I done done positive. Like, you ain't gotta do this. So me and you could be talking the same talk, but since you ain't never been to the penitentiary, they might not listen to you.
True.
They intrigued with BS.
Yes.
So sometimes you gotta bring it to them to give it to them. You see what I'm saying?
I know you telling the truth, and he can attest to this.
Yeah.
Until I start having certain conversations with him, he didn't think I knew some of the stuff I know. Just because I went acting it out and living it when I was raising you. Well, I had to live all that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want you to know that side of me because you can't take that side. But now you can take that side. You know what I'm saying? So you exactly right, man. You exactly right, man.
Man, we'll get into a quick commercial break, man. I'm loving the flow. I'm loving how things are moving, man, with this episode. Again, we have the one and only Calvin Fridge Bryant. Pop, so we're gonna hit him with the surprise question.
Man, you know what? I kind of want to hit him with it, but I'm like, man, Fred, he seems like, I don't know, man. He might not respond.
I want to ask.
We're going to have to ask him, though, because he's a real girl.
He's a real girl.
You know what I mean? They run me.
Yeah, I got to ask, man. For those of us for those of you guys that follow our platform, YouTube, y'all know, man, when we get a girl dad on, we ask some questions, man. We put you in a little cool little scenario to see what your reaction going to be, man. But y'all stay locked in with us, YouTube. Y'all stay locked in with us, man. Right after this quick break, y'all know how we rock. Second half, more mental health, man. More understanding about how Calvin has overcome different things and how his mental health is a little bit better. We're getting into all of that, man, right after this quick break. This is the Black Men Vent 2
Yes,
podcast.
sir. Yes, sir.
We back, man. We back.
Yes,
we
sir.
back. We back. 2025 Black Men Vent 2.
Man.
Starting
out on fire, man.
Starting out on fire, man. Y'all know how we rock. If you're just not joining us, Pops,
Yeah, man, you're going to have to stop taking these breaks, man.
The bathroom breaks.
Yeah, stop taking these bathroom breaks, because you're missing out on some stuff. You're missing out on one of the greatest stories you probably ever heard in your life. Hey, went to the bathroom, came back, it was over with. Like, what happened?
You tripping. Calvin Freeze Bryant, man. To some that know him, to some that don't, man. We have him. We're excited to have him be a part of our platform, man. A pillar in the city of Nashville, man. So y'all make sure y'all lock in with him. But let's get into this conversation, man. Y'all know how we rock Black Men Vent. We are a mental health based platform, man. So we gotta get the mental health conversation going in this second half. Y'all know how we rock. Let's get into the conversation. Freeze, what would you like to vent about today on Black Men Vent?
Man, I say just letting it be known that it's a mental fight out here right now. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, just me being a guy that was released to prison in 2018 after doing a decade in prison. I get out, try to get my life back, try to get little pieces of my life back, and then COVID hit. So we go through a real struggle mentally as a country. So with a guy that's been incarcerated for a decade, you know what I mean, there's so many expectations of you and what you should do. The handcuffs are still on you as a felon, trying to, you know what I mean, do the right thing out here, and it's rough. And so now we getting to the point that we trying to get everything back right, but it'll never be the same again. You see what I'm saying? So just people to realize, like, man, it's a mental fight for everybody. You know what I mean? It's the toughest times I ever been through in my life, you know what I mean? But, you know, it ain't no time to just really whine about it, because I'm raising kids now. So it's more like, you know what I mean, put your big boy pants on every day and go on with your flow, you feel what I'm saying? And not only that, just the job that I have, dealing with the youth, dealing with the community, you know what I mean? People looking at me for leadership during some of the toughest times. So it made me just really think back that, like, I hate when people say, like, God put me in prison, so, because he didn't. My actions put me in prison, but maybe God had enough grace on me to kind of like prepare me mentally for what's going on now. You see what I'm saying?
Respect.
Right.
I think that's right, man, because here's the thing. God is a God that can take your mistakes and make them be triumphs.
Right.
And I'm looking at a triumph right now. Because you say you got out in 2018 after spending 10 years locked down. And here it is 2024, you got a job, you got 3 kids, man, you made an impact on Nashville. So this was a triumph. So you're right, maybe it was just to prepare you for all of this, man.
And I always say, man, God turned my mess into a message. You
know
what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to get out of prison 2023. I got out 2018 because the appeal courts overturned my case. So I'm gonna tell you how good God is. It was, and they can look it up. We'll show proof when it dropped. It was a 3.2% chance that inmates in the country get their case turned in a way I got it turned in federal aid.
3.2%.
Wow. So 1.8% in the country get out from it.
Wow.
1.8.
You looking at 1.8 right here. I got it earlier.
That's a
miracle. Federal courts,
Miracle.
So I had a state case that went to a federal judge, and they found out, okay, this wasn't right. I mean, this is what y'all did wrong in trial. So I had to go back to court, and the federal judge told the state courts, either y'all give them a new plea deal, and either y'all trial them or get them a new plea deal. And the district attorney at that time, it still is Glenn Funk. He gave me a plea deal, so I got out 5 years early.
That's what's up, man.
Then it led to me not being selfish, so I have changed the same law through legislature that they got me locked up.
Say that again. They didn't hear you.
That's what time it is.
I have changed the same law that got me incarcerated, which was the drug-free school zone.
Man, that's dope. I wouldn't say it again.
That deserves an applause, man.
First off, a black man that has had so much influence behind things to change a law in a blue state. Ain't we a blue state? Red state.
Yeah.
You know the colors, y'all. We
get the gist.
You pick up what I'm putting down. Yeah, okay. All right. Calvin Freeze Bryant, man. And you had something on there. I was going to ask him a question.
Well, my thing with that was just the fact that you had the wherewithal, man, and even the spirit to say that I want to do something about what was done to me. You know what I'm saying? And we got to keep doing that, because, see, here's another way that people can give back is when you see something done wrong to you, fight against it. That's when we got to get brothers to come together and fight against the way men are treated in this state because of the way the laws are set. You know what I'm saying? Because, and granted, if a man put his hand on a woman, do something about that.
Absolutely.
But if a woman goes down there and says a man put his hand on her and he didn't, and she has no bruises, she has no cuts, she has no scars, all she got to do is say it.
Just say it.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That is wrong. So we got to come together. But what you're saying is, if we put forth the effort, things can be done. So got to put forth the effort, man. Got to put forth the effort, man.
Kevin, how hard was that though? Because we talking about,
oh my God,
you changed the law. You know what I'm saying? And even in situations like what Pops was talking about, man, you know, a girl in Tennessee, man, can literally go down to the Warrens division and scratch herself. And call the police.
But I'm talking about no scratches.
Right,
you gotta do is say it. You know what I'm saying?
So how stressful was that, man, to, because I know how it is, man, going to court, you got these court sessions, and you really don't know what you get into when you get in there. You know what I'm saying? So just how stressful was it for you?
Man, it was real stressful the whole team because I felt like I was taking accountability for my actions. I did do wrong. A guy, sir, I did a drug transaction with, wore a wiretap on me in the middle of the neighborhood and got me on wiretap. So I did the crime. So what it was, what didn't sit right with me was the drug-free school zone really was like, if a school is 1,000 feet, which is, for the audience, 3 football fields and some change away from the transaction, you can get charged with drug-free school zone. Now, drug-free school zone was a library, church, community center. That's everything in the city.
Yeah. And you said 3 football fields?
300 feet. It's more than 1,000 yards.
Everybody's going to jail.
Exactly.
So they got to use it against people that didn't cooperate. So if it's a law used against everybody, so since you didn't cooperate, so for me being a first-time offender, I got sentenced to 17 years at 100%, no criminal record. So the drug-free school zone, what it did, it allowed them to use 100% on you when you can go to prison and you don't get out on no good time. So it really messed with me. So when I got my case overturned, I was free. So I took it personal that, man, y'all got 334 people locked up on this. So my biggest get back to the system was, I'm going to put it in your face because I know it's wrong. Because guess what? If I catch a dope charge in Brentwood, Franklin, Rutherford County, wherever it is, these people ain't been hit like we are in the city. So I was like, no. And the schools ain't even open when we doing most of these drug transactions. My drug transaction was at 10 o'clock at night. Wasn't no kids around. So how are you charging me with a building that's closed? Man, you got brothers that had cases in the summertime, got 40, 50 years.
You tell me,
the position I was put in was, I believe in every law change, you need a poster boy. What I mean by that is you gotta have somebody with a clean record that makes everybody be like, oh, this is not right. You can't have a little John on there who done been in jail his whole life. And be like this. So with me being a college student, I gained national attention. Whether I was going to class every day or not, I was still a college student. So they were like, how did this dude get all this time? And it got murderers that get out at a certain percentage and all this and another. So I got with a group out of Washington, D.C. called FAM, Families Against Mandatory Minimums. And they really a group that attack federal crimes. So they came down to Tennessee and started focusing on the drug-free school zone. I met up with them, I talked to them. So they got me in front of the legislature and I talked to lawmakers saying like, this is not fair. You can't hold somebody accountable when something is not functioning. So y'all say it's to protect the kids, but the kids ain't even out. It's in the summertime, it's 10 o'clock at night. It don't make sense. So what they did was they voted to overturn the law. So now it ain't 1,000 feet, it's 500 feet, and the judge got the jurisdiction enough to change it and be like, I don't want to charge this person with a school zone. When at first, my judge acted like his hands was tied, and the DA pushed his line. So, you know, it was one of them things that, you know what I mean, we put pressure down and it helped 334 people.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Because, hey, man, kudos to you. Hey, man, whether you know it or not, you a hero, dude. You a hero, man. Yeah, man.
And I just in that. Yeah, do you ever sit in that, bro? Like, do you ever just sit in that you really save some lives, man?
Man, not too much. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Because I be seeing so much work need to be done.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? I always call it the Harriet Tubman effect. You know what I mean? I left, but I came back to get others. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's so much like That was an adult situation, but like when I look at these youth, bro, it's so much work to get done.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I take it personally, trying to figure out a way to stop them from even going into the system. So, you know, when you look at things like that, you really ain't even got time to celebrate.
Focus on yourself.
That's real, bro. That's real.
Well, you know what? Since you just said that, man, what can we do from your perspective to help young black males stop getting caught up in the system? What are some ways that Fridge, if you had the right resources, you would put together and say, we're going to do this and do that to keep these young brothers active, man?
I mean, I feel like some things about chance and some things about design, we must first realize that we fighting against a system.
Come on.
So when you fighting against a system, you got to understand that it's people that don't like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Because when people go to juvenile, it hurts us, or they go to jail, but it profits other people.
Yes.
So what I had to realize
Speak on
was,
that, man.
when you trying to change something, you got to realize that you ain't going to be liked for what you're doing.
Right.
So you would never, what I'm leading to, you would never get the funding enough to be able to change lives.
We know.
So when you look at, you look at nonprofit organizations in Nashville. If you pull up some of the top nonprofit organizations in Nashville, financially wise, they won't be people you see in the trenches.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? If they was helping too much, they wouldn't get that kind of funding. So you take people like us or y'all with the right resource. We're not saying like, oh, we need this to feed the kids. No, we're saying that if we got a guy right here that has influence like Calvin Fridge Bryant, it's hard for him to be out there changing things when he got to go work a 9 to 5, a real 9 to 5.
I know you're right.
To take care of his family. So until they put people in, if they really care about Nashville, the hit city, whatever they got going on, because they only care when it happens in their backyard.
That's right.
Until we put people in position that can really relate to these kids and put the money in their hands to change these kids, it's hard to make it happen because guess what? The people that can really help, they still got to go to work. So if you can't pay them to come do what they do in their time, it's not going to happen. These folks know that.
They know that, man.
Like, for example,
they know it.
Working at the juvenile, but it's not a lot of money. It's just my passion.
Yes. Yes, sir.
But I can't pay bills in Nashville, Tennessee. You know how much it costs to live here comfortably?
Come on.
So the kids that I'm got, they already been got.
Yes.
Put me in a position to help the kids before they get in there.
Before they get there, man.
I so like that, man.
So, you know,
I like what you, man. See, now you got me on something. The fact that you seen what athletic can take a person, and the kind of money can get. Man, how beneficial would it be for like what's the dude named Soto that signed the contract back in December? Soto, 796 million. What if he? Hey man, now I'm not putting Soto on black. He do what he wants with his money. I'm just saying though, if you want to throw a couple mil our way for the non-profit thing, how far would that go, man? To doing what you just said.
I'm gonna tell you how far to go. When I first got out of prison, I was blessed enough that I know a guy named Ramon Foster. He used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they was doing this injustice grant, giving out money to people that the NFL would give half and the player would get half. Where Ramon Foster gave me $5,000, the Pittsburgh Steelers gave me $5,000. Bro, that $10,000 changed the city to show the city that, man, it's somebody out here that really care. So I can put on events, I can put on mentorship and all this kind of stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
That was needed. So that's what the neighborhood felt $10,000.
Yeah.
And I spreaded that out and made that last a long time.
And that's just $10,000, man.
But this was crazy. This is what I get on brothers about. You out there doing whatever you do. We could have got $10,000 together ourselves.
Yep.
And matched that and did this. But brothers don't be wanting to look at it like, man, you want to claim these blocks, you want to get these blocks tatted, but these kids walking around here, shoes messed up, no backpacks, closed engine. But you want to say how much money you worth though.
Wow.
So our mentality be wrong, bro. You feel what I'm saying? NFL players can help, NBA players can help, man. Brothers right there can help too.
They can help too. You
right there tearing down the community.
You right. And here's the thing too. Now here's the thing that you just said that just hit me. If the people in the city, like you said, would put up their funds to help, maybe they would attract some of that big money that want to come down and help also. But they don't see that sometimes. They're like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. That ain't helping nobody.
You talk about, man, we mentioned it on a couple of episodes a couple of weeks ago. Nashville, the tourism industry right now, about 10 billion.
Oh my God.
10 billion. Now, you know anybody with an M in the black community?
Man.
And that's a figurative question, but what I'm trying to say is, how can we get a piece of the pie?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's been the mantra, that's been the discussion around the cultural small black businesses in the city.
I think a lot of times here in Nashville, we so used to being here that we don't adapt properly neither.
That's true too.
So
that's
we'll sit around and talk about, hey man, they got this, they got that, but like, okay, put it on the table. What you got going on right now? Nothing. I ain't really got too much going on. Well, have you studied what they do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got to get in the field.
So you know, so that's what I'm saying. We got to get in the field. Now, I understand exactly what you're saying because guess what? We don't feel it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But it's just like with that stadium finna be built. We not gonna feel that, but guess what? We finna be held accountable for it.
We finna feel it. It's
oh my God.
Feel it how we did.
Yeah, we gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we gotta understand and be aware of what we getting ourselves into. You see what I'm saying?
He just said something that you gonna go for the stadium now.
Yeah.
For a team that really ain't, you know what I'm saying, it's for trying to get a stadium, but it ain't all about that.
Yeah.
It's about some bigger fish, you know what I'm saying?
Because they know it ain't about what we think, because they know majority of the people from the hood ain't going to the games
anyway. Exactly.
Come on, that's right.
These are for them people to bring them billions. I went down there, and when they did the vote, I'm the type of person I like to get on the inside and see what's really going on.
Yeah.
So instead of looking at it on social media, I went down there to where they was voting at. And the people that really wanted the stadium, guess what? I never seen them a day in my life.
They need from him.
And the people that have been complaining about the stadium, I never seen them down there.
You know what?
So
you know what? I know you're telling the truth now. Right here where we have our studio, before they brought the lottery here, it was only one advocate that was from the African American community, and it was this dude that pastored this church. He was the only advocate down there to say that's gonna be a bad thing for our city. The only one. All these other cats now, you know what I'm saying?
This guy named Nathaniel Carter. He was stand up Nashville. He was the one that I seen down there. So out of all them people, hundreds of people down there was talking about testifying for this state. There were people testifying against it too, but I didn't know him. But Nathaniel was the only person I knew.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
But if I can get online, I see a lot of people posting.
Oh yeah. Cause see, that's easy. You just said that they won't do boots on the ground because I could just sit here and click I don't like or I like, and I'm with it or I'm not with it.
Yeah.
But are you really with it when we get ready to show up in numbers? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And like you said, so many people got to get out of the Twitter fingers mentality. Go to Capitol Hill. Go to these conferences. Go to the board.
Because that's the difference, bro. The only reason I changed that law, God was with me, but I was right about it, but I had to go down there. We'd be surprised how much we really, bro, they fear our numbers, bro.
Absolutely, fam.
Bro, I looked at a judge, bro. Judge Babs, man. She got elected. She took over Fishburne. Fishburne, what was it, Fishburne or Watkins? Monty Watkins. She took over Monty Watkins.
Okay.
Bro, them judges down there have been so comfortable for so long. This young black woman, sorority sister, come on. It's a social media day now. So these old school judges, they used to just, man, throw their bread around sponsors and all that. Man, he got beat by her. They shocked him. They let you know when we really come together as numbers, we can really do something. That's why I know just to get on another real quick. That's why I really don't care what happened in Washington, D.C.
Okay, talk about it.
Because I know what affect Nashville, Tennessee. Trump ain't doing nothing to Nashville. Look, when these folks set this country up, they knew that it was going to be presidents probably trying to save the day for everybody. So they made them jurisdiction. Now you got to go through your governors again. If I'm in jail, I can't even get out through no president.
That's right. That's
if you state, you got to go through your governor.
That's local. That's
so if you pull the average person to the side, they be complaining on Facebook or from the city, man, who's Bill Lee? Who's your sentence? Who's your house? Who's down here? Who's Marshall Blackburn?
Exactly. So you
think I'm gonna sit around and argue about a dude that's all the way that don't even affect really what I got going on right here? Because we got to get them in place. So basically, what you say when we show up, if we put fear in these seats down here, they'll get right.
Absolutely.
Because it's strength in numbers.
Absolutely.
So Nashville, Tennessee, we come together and be like, hey, this lawmaker right here, man, been full of crap for this amount of time.
Let's get him out of here.
She got to roll.
Got to.
So get what they gonna do? They gonna come to us. What do y'all want?
You know what?
Make them sell out like we've been selling out.
Man,
they'll sell out to stay in them seats.
You spot on.
And he just said the same. Here's the thing too. we're not to serve them. They supposed to be serving us. But we serving them though. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing too. When you talk about power and coming together in numbers, if we as a people were to really, I say all the time, do your history. Go back and look at what you came from, what you really all about. If we were to do that and then come together in numbers, because here's the thing, I just learned this fact today from watching the podcast of Hope. It's something about hope. But they had a whole lot of black leaders down there in Atlanta, man. And I was watching the last segment. They had Stephen A. on there, T.I. They had a Boris and what's the other cat name? The dude from BET. And then they had another brother, Killer Mike. They had Killer Mike on there. Hey, man, Boris brought out a stat I'm like, wow. Boris said, on the face of, in this world, now talking about coming together, if we were to really, really just do that. You know, we were talking about that a lot here. If we were to really, really do that, we could really turn this thing around. It's turning slowly, but we could flip it just right quick. It's 84% of the world population is black and brown. 84% are either black or brown. Now, what if we were to come together, the black and the brown, and do some things that's going to help our community? It'll flip it overnight, man. 84%.
They about know that, bro. So that's why they keep so much distractions and phones. You feel what I'm saying? They know that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, man, our women are so powerful, man. You know what I mean? And it go to this with me, like, you got the abortion thing. When you talk to people, a lot of these women was talking about the right to their bodies, right? So, like I told them, if you was to get pregnant right now, couldn't you drive to Illinois to get an abortion? Yeah, you can drive to Illinois to get an abortion. But don't you know, the president only can do so much. The Tennessee lawmakers made that when y'all can't get them right here. So what was y'all? So time out. With all the women we got in Tennessee and surrounding counties, if you got to drive to Illinois, that means Illinois done came up with this right here. Find out who in them seats that went against the grain. That you can't do it right here in your city. Absolutely. We don't take time to know that. We just want to now find out who voted against it, because it's public record. But guess what they know y'all ain't going to do? A lot of them.
They ain't going to do it.
Search it.
They ain't going to do it.
You're right. But the problem is right here, so I'm not going to go past my neighborhood when there's shootings in it every day and go talk to Joe Johnson. Hey, man, y'all need to stop shooting over here, man. Nah, bro, they shooting in the edge here, too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Stop it right there and then go over there. You know what I'm saying?
I like your perspective, man. I like your perspective, bro. Yeah, man.
Man, let's get that question in there. You ready?
Hey, what time we got? Yeah, now get time. He might have to think about that.
Let's get into it. Friends, man, we put you in a scenario, man. We do all our girl dads like this, and it's been a minute, but it's the first time this year. So
first time we had first month for 2025.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's go with what's your daughter's names again?
Treasure and Serenity.
Treasure and Serenity. Come on. Okay. Who's the oldest?
Treasure.
Let's go with Treasure. Let's go. She first born. Let's go with her. Yeah. Let's do it. All right, boom. Check this out. So, Treasure. She I'm gonna paint it real nice for you. She go to Hillsboro. It's her senior year. Prom season roll around. You know. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Hold on. It get worse. Here we go. So, you know, prom season roll around. You know, she shopping with daddy, trying to find the dress. Y'all get the dress. We excited. You know, she get the car. You know, the little rental or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything's exciting. It's a great time. Okay. Now we get to Saturday. It's the day of prom. We get to Saturday. The young man. Now, this young man, this is the scenario. You ain't never met dude. Okay? Boom. This is the young man, okay? Young man, he's coming in, you know, he's got the rental or whatever, man. He pull up the fridge's house. So it's time to get Treasure, time to get her to come outside. He knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, you being the man of the house, you would be the first one to answer the door. You ain't met dude, though. This your first initial time meeting. Yeah. Here we go.
And your daughter waiting in the background.
And she waiting. Coming. Yeah, she know it. She done told you about it. Oh, daddy, he's great. Oh, he's a nice guy. He makes me happy. All this stuff. Boom. He knock on the door. You answer the door. First thing come out his mouth. Hey, yo, man, what my girl Treasure, man? You know, man, we got a slide, you know what I'm saying? You know she be taking forever, you feel me? We got a slide, bro. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, disrespect you. But we got a slide, man, you know she be taking forever. I'm on, you know what I'm saying? You know what we do after prom, you feel me? So we just trying to, we just trying, you know what I'm saying, kick it real quick.
Yeah,
man. What's she at, man? You know, so I ain't out here waiting. You know, the car running, you feel me? It's cold outside. Right. Your first initial answer, your first initial response, right then and right there.
It ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be positive. Yeah, I mean, nah. We gotta reset all this. He gonna knock again. You know what I mean? I'm checking those. And then what really come to mind is that bad boy scene where they you gotta have that kind of treatment. It's mandatory off the top. And I'm going to prom. I'm following.
Hey. I mean,
Parents be in the prom sometimes. I really need to get me a ticket. He should have put on a ticket.
He thought about it. He said, no, we gotta reset.
We gotta reset.
What's crazy is with these kids these days, that very well go down.
That's what we asked. That's why we asked. They can really happen, man.
That's why we asked. And in that moment, you gotta ask yourself, so what you gonna say?
So what y'all done then when Treasure freshman year come, don't let her know whoever she going to prom, when she need to run that by me.
Yes, sir.
Go run that.
Per black man too. You feel me? Hey, go ahead and catch it, dog. Freshman year. Let her know what's up. Because then you got serenity that you gotta have the same conversation.
Because she gonna be on what? She gonna be on scene how it happens. So
Daddy, you didn't do Treasure like that. It's coming, dog. It's coming. Nah, that's why we asked that question, man.
That's fine.
You gave an answer
that was good. He said we gotta reset.
He's going to knock
again.
Man, it's been good, man. It's been good.
That was good.
Man, again, man, as we wrap up, man, I definitely want to put this question out too. We're a mental health based platform, man, so we end our podcast with this one question. With this one
he around a lot of them brothers like that.
For
too,
sure,
man.
naturally, man, being where you're working at. There's a young man that you probably have already ran into, have already met, that is dealing with some suicidal thoughts, man, dealing with some suicidal ideations, if you will. You're talking to him. He's heard your episode. That's how we set the scenario up. He done listened to your episode, seen it on YouTube. But he like, nah, man, I'm still thinking about crashing out. That's the word they use. I'm still thinking about, you know what I'm saying, just letting go. What can you tell that young man, Fridge, in the little time that you may have him, even though he heard your episode, it just didn't hit him? What can you tell him in 5 minutes to try to encourage him, try to sway him and help him to understand, man, I did 10 years. Man, I done been through this, that, and the third. If I can come out, change laws, write books, be a father, then, man, you have more to live for than what you're seeing right now.
Right. I think, man, first of all, I'll tell them, man, you know, it could always be worse.
Yep.
And when you having a conversation with somebody on this side of the fence, I mean, it's always a chance, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's people out there, it's people in there that's never coming home again. Man. It's people in the hospitals ain't never coming home again. Man. So just really evaluate your situation, bro, and just really ask yourself, is it worth it? You feel what I'm saying? And what you want your life to be remembered as when you go. Because one thing about it, man, suicide is real, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one thing you do know after they say RIP, man, life goes on, bro. So it's just the way you want to end it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or do you want to end it on a positive note? Because one thing for sure, man, tomorrow coming.
Tomorrow's coming, fam.
And you can be a great dude, and guess what? They forget about you.
Man, I know you're right.
So if you do it to yourself, man, guess what?
Yeah.
They're going to look at it like that eventually. You did it to yourself, bro. You know what I mean? No matter how good person you is, what you was going through, bro. You know what I mean? Out of all those chances of this, man, God chose you to be you. You feel what I'm saying? There was a reason for that. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Like you say, I do deal with people that's suicidal. You see what I'm saying? Deal with kids that's suicidal. So you got to be strategic with that and how you and what you tell them, because you held accountable as well too.
That's right.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, just like what I've been through, bro. You know what I mean? It made me think about death a lot, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, I was a kid that was in college when this went down, and I ended up being in River Bend with people on death row who really lost their life because of what they did and the decisions they did, but they had to wait on it. So when you waiting on death row, you wait 20 or 30 years just to die.
Just to die. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So it's people out there that's really facing real situations, bro. And a lot of times we look at it and we take a step back, it ain't even worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, love yourself, bro. You know what I mean? For real.
I love it. Okay,
yeah, I love it, bro.
Excited, man. Yeah, no, good episode, man.
One more thing, too.
Yeah, go on.
Condolences, man, for this young brother, man, because he told me his sister passed. We was off mic. His sister passed in Halloween of this year, of last year. So yeah, man. Condolences to you and your family, man. And our prayers are with you, man. And just keep fighting the fight, bro.
Man,
keep fighting
and what's
the fight.
crazy, bro? The day I was released from prison was Halloween, and she passed on Halloween. So you know that's how it go, bro. And, you know, like I was telling people, like just to give like something to the people, man. Siblings are important, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, like siblings are so important that God didn't even allow you to choose them. You can choose your friends. Friends come and go, but siblings, you didn't even have a chance to choose them, man. So you know what I mean, take every day, bro. That's you in a different body, bro.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Just don't take it for granted.
Yeah, I thought that was important, man. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, man. Black Man Vent 2, man, Calvin, Fridge, Bryant. Big
Yes,
dog,
sir.
let everybody know, man, YouTube, everybody know, man, where we can find you. Grab that book, man.
Man. Hey, man. Yeah. Y'all don't see this, do it? Yeah.
Real deal, man. Let everybody know where we can find you, man, where we can find the book.
Yeah, man.
Let everybody know, man. Where can we find that?
You can find me on Instagram at One Team Fridge. That's the #1 in Team Fridge. On Facebook, Calvin Fridge Bryant. And TikTok, One Team Fridge. Yeah, and you can find my book on all platforms, whether it's Walmart.com, Amazon.com, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble.
Yep.
Even in the vending machines.
No, for real.
In the vending I love it, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it, man. Guys, a great episode, man. Again, man, just rocking through 2025, kicking this year out right, man. And Fridge, again, man, just thank you, bro, for being a part of the platform. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir.
That was real right there, man. Cheers, you, Brad. Yeah.
Let's get out of here, man. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. You can do what you can, and you can't with what you can't.
Nashville until next week is a wrap. Black man, don't get trapped.
Yo, good episode, dog.
Yeah, that was real right there, man.